So a few days ago, a video turned up on my YouTube video feed by Leon Todd showing the brand new Nembrini Audio 88 MP1 plugin. Mind blown. I immediately clicked on it because you know what, this is a legendary piece of gear. There are three specific bands which used it. Michael Wagner, the producer, recorded all three bands, and they're these ones here. Yeah! Extreme, Nuno Bettencourt, obviously, Skid Row, Snake Sabo and Scotty Hill, and White Lion, the absolutely amazing Vito Bratta on guitar. Now these albums, the tones on them are absolutely legendary as well, and the playing as well. You know what? Look, I have an N4. Why? Because of this album here. That's why. Because I absolutely love Pornograffiti. Now obviously the preamp was used on lots of other albums, but these are the three bands which kind of really resonated with me, and I love the music that these guys created. So having the opportunity to get those tones, wow. And I have been thinking about getting an MP1 over the last couple of years, but the prices have been progressively rising. I remember when I started looking at them, they're about $400 to get a decent MP1. Now they're sitting at around $700. Now I'm still tempted to get one, especially after using the plugin, because the plugin sounds amazing. But I do know from Leon's video, as well as kind of what he said about it, that it actually covers more tones than the stock MP1. Now there are mods which can be done to the hardware unit, adding more tubes so that you can get more gain, etc, etc. But you know, that's a little bit of work, and then you've got to find an MP1 which isn't modded and then mod it, or find one which is modded, etc. This covers everything. Now the plugin is absolutely amazing. Nembrini have done such an incredible job of modeling this one, and it's not just the preamp that they give you in the plugin. It's the preamp, a power amp section, effects, so you get delay, reverb, a gate, filters, so you can kind of tighten up low end and stuff like that, modulation, so you can add some chorus. The plugin also includes cab simulation and mic simulation as well, so you can change the microphones, change the positions a little bit. You can even load your own impulse responses into it as well. I'm not going to give you a full walkthrough of every single sound which is on the plugin. Leon did a really good job of that, so I'm going to link his video up here and in the description box below, so you guys can go and check it out. And obviously you can flick through the sounds, so you can have the overdrive sounds, you can have the clean sounds when you switch to solid state, or you can switch to one of the other tube modes and have really super clean sounds as well, which you'll hear on one of the clips. Now I have done clips from all three albums. You just heard one of them with obviously my N4, which is one of my favorite guitars. I built this one a few years ago. Well, modified it. I spiritualized it. But it was such an amazing experience going through those tones and recording those tracks, especially the White Lion one, which I'm really excited to show you in a second. At the moment, it is $29. Yeah. So when I saw the video a few days ago, it literally was. I finished the video, I went over to Nembrini and I bought the plugin. Now it's going to go back up to $137 at the end of February. So it is on sale at $29 until the 28th of February. So go and check it out, because you know what? It was such a blast playing this, and actually playing those songs. It was just so amazing. The plugin is very versatile. There are so many sounds in it, especially with all of the parameters you can change on the actual preamp unit. The power amp sounds great as well. It's a really good emulation of a tube power amp. Now the albums were actually recorded by Mike Wagner in his studio, and he put the preamp through a Macintosh 2100 transistor power amp, which is actually a stereo power amp. It's like a hi-fi stereo power amp, very high-end one. But it was a transistor power amp and then into cabs. Like I said, there's a tube power amp section on here, but it sounds absolutely amazing. Has resonance and presence controls on there as well, so you can tweak it. I loved the cab section because it has some really great sounding cabs. Favorite one was the greenback cab. It just kind of nailed that tone, that kind of 80s kind of thing going on. But there's a VH cab in there, there's also a recto cab in there, a couple of 212 cabs, so you can really dial in some very cool sounds with this unit. The microphones are really good as well. You get an SM57, an MD421, and also a couple of others, a C414 mic and a Royal 121 emulation as well. And you can change the positions slightly as well. One of the things I really loved about it, it also has a room ambient mic fader on it. So you can add in some room ambience, which I did with all of the tracks because it just made it sound cool. Like, you know, you're listening to a cab in a room. Phenomenal. It is very, very, very versatile. I'm not going to walk you through all of that because I'm super excited to show you the 3 tracks that I did, one from each of those albums, which I just mentioned. So I'm going to show you that, but I highly recommend you go over to Leon Todd's channel, check out his video where he goes through all of the options and changes the cabs, mics, etc., so that you can see what it's capable of. Have a great day. Go and check out the plugin. Thank you guys at Nembrini for creating something which is so damn cool and making me smile this much. Alrighty, if you haven't done so already, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification if you enjoy contents like this, because there is more coming, and I'm going to be bringing you 3 more videos of this plugin where I show you the exact settings which are used for each of the tones, the extreme tone, the skid row tone, and the white line tone. Have a great day. I'm going to plug into it and give you some tones.